everybody wants to know what it's going to be like for Easter Sunday.
It looks like a really nice day.
That is great news.
It does. Now a little chilly in the morning, so jacket weather as you head out to sunrise service tomorrow morning, 49 degrees. That'll be the temperature at 7:12. That's the sunrise for DFW. Partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze at times throughout the day tomorrow. We'll call it a north breeze, 10 to 20 at times. Look at this. It's 57 now at DBU, but the important number here to me is the rain today. Almost 2 inches of rain at DBU. A lot of you saw, many of you saw 1.5 to 2 inches, but I think all of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, most of North Texas saw at least an inch of rain, and it came with no severe weather here in North Texas. That was awesome. 1.57 inches at Fort Worth today. 56 the temperature now. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Partly cloudy skies overnight as well as we start Sunday. There it is. You see the partly cloudy sky there to begin your Easter. Temps in the upper 40s and low 50s for North Texas, 50 Dallas, 49 Terrell, 50 Waxahachie, 48 degrees Gainesville and Bowie, and 50 Mineral Wells, 52 in Granbury. I have really nice weather for the next several days, and then another pattern change and another period of unsettled weather. Rain, lots of it. It's in the forecast. It's coming up.
Okay, Jesse, thank you. We are getting new details tonight after a house fire killed one person and seriously injured another. This happened just before midnight Friday in Watauga. WFAA's Richard Solomon found neighbors ready to help a family heal after tragedy.
Still smell it.
The smell's still lingering hours after the flames were put out. Watauga firefighters got the call just after 11 Friday night. This video was taken by next-door neighbors. You can see the flames coming from the home on McNeil Trail as crews rushed in.
Once you walk up to it, it looks pretty bad.
Watauga Fire says one person died and another was taken to the hospital.
My heart's heavy to know that someone's lost their life.
By Saturday, the scene had quieted, but the impact hadn't. That's why Charles Bowen stopped by.
Probably 10 shirts that I brought. I've got some pants.
Because he saw a post on Facebook asking for help for the person who survived, and he acted.
And felt in my heart that that's what I needed to do.
Now, investigators are still trying to figure out what exactly led up to the fire. We do know this investigation is led by the Tarrant County Fire Marshal's Office.
We learned from investigators there is no foul play suspected. Investigators are not releasing the name of the person who died at this time, but as we wait for answers, others just hoping their acts of kindness help. In Watauga, I'm Richard Solomon.
Developing now in Dallas, an assistant city manager is retiring at the end of this month. Donzel Gibson has worked for the city for 28 years. His team was the one that was recently tasked with determining just how much it would cost to repair Dallas City Hall. It is unclear tonight who will be taking over that position. DART has a new interim CEO. The agency's board of directors voted to terminate outgoing CEO Nadine Lee's contract on Friday, days after she announced she would be stepping down. Gene Gomez is the new interim CEO. He has previously served as DART's general counsel. DART still faces important elections in May. Addison, Highland Park, and University Park will let voters decide if they want to withdraw from the transit agency. Tonight, President Donald Trump is continuing to threaten Iran over the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for 20% of the world's oil. The president wrote on social media again that the U.S. would target the country's energy sites if they do not reopen the strait. Meanwhile, the U.S. military is still searching for a missing service member after a fighter jet was shot down over Iran. The 2 crew members on board were forced to eject. Only one has been rescued.
The longer that the pilot is on the ground, the more precarious this situation is.
Pakistan's foreign minister says efforts to bring the U.S. and Iran to the bargaining table are right on track, but no substantial progress appears to have been made, with escalating exchanges of fire between both countries. Since the war began, the price of oil on global markets has skyrocketed, and the impact is certainly being felt here at home. The national average for a gallon of gas is now $4.10. Texans overall are paying a little less at $3.82 per gallon, but North Texans paying a little more than the state average, running about $3.88 a gallon up here.
War, injustice, and the isolation of people and nations. Let us not allow ourselves to be paralyzed by them.
American-born Pope Leo leading an Easter Vigil Mass tonight in Italian at St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican offering an English translation of tonight's message, which you just heard. His message encouraged peace amid conflicts all around the world. Tonight is one of the holiest nights in the Catholic calendar, where Christians recognize Jesus Christ rising from the dead. The Pope will conclude Easter ceremonies tomorrow morning with a Mass in St. Peter's Square. New tonight, 3 suspects are on the run accused of impersonating sheriff's deputies in an effort to rob a Texas family. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, which is near Houston, says the 3 men tied up the residents and then robbed them. The suspects were reportedly wearing black shirts with the word sheriff printed on them. They have not yet been caught. Police are trying to gather security video from homeowners in the area to try to identify them. Texans on a mission giving a recovery update nearly a year after the deadly 4th of July floods. Volunteers are rebuilding Camp La Junta in the Hill Country, painting and assembling bunk beds there. The Guadalupe River overtook this camp last year, but everyone safely evacuated. It is set to reopen in June. Meanwhile, the legal battle over Camp Mystic's future continues. That is, of course, where 27 campers and counselors died. This week, the camp submitted an application to have its state license renewed. Lawyers for the camp are also appealing a judge's order to stop construction near the river. The family of Seal Stewart, whose body has not yet been recovered, sued, arguing construction there could destroy evidence. Another hearing is set for April 13th. Texas just imposed new restrictions on SNAP recipients, limiting what users can buy. No candy, no gum, no sweetened juices. 22 states have added those restrictions, with more to follow. Florida and Colorado will update their rules later this month. These states all requested waivers from the USDA to ensure, quote, taxpayer dollars provide nutritious options that improve health outcomes within SNAP. Retailers have started posting notices to alert consumers about these new rules.
It's going to cause a lot of confusion. It's going to cause a lot of shame and stigma, and people not knowing why items they could have purchased beforehand are no longer eligible.
One report estimates the restrictions could cost retailers nearly $2 billion up front. And some advocates argue it will discourage grocers from accepting SNAP benefits. Despite rising gas prices, the U.S. job market making a big rebound in March, where we are seeing the biggest gains still ahead. And Texas lawmakers want to annex parts of New Mexico. We will break down the legal hurdles and the political pushback.
I'm Jason Whiteley. Here's what's happening politically as we go into the weekend. Texas lawmakers are taking a serious look at expanding the state into New Mexico. No joke here. House Speaker Dustin Burrows is asking for a study on annexing parts of Roosevelt and Lee counties in New Mexico, right along the Texas border, and then drafting legislation potentially to make it happen. New Mexico leaders are already pushing back, saying this is not going to happen. Even if Texas tries, though, it would still take approval from Congress. The deadline is passed, and we now know who all has applied for school vouchers in this state. Turns out most applications came from white families with children already in private schools or who are homeschooled. Remember, vouchers were designed for low-income families who could not afford private education. Turns out they are only about a third of the total number of applications, but they do get first priority. And Texas politics lost a veteran the other day, someone admired and respected by both sides of the aisle. Ray Sullivan has died. He was chief of staff to Governor Rick Perry, served as national spokesman on the 2000 Bush-Cheney campaign, and a trustworthy face behind the scenes. Reporter Jay Root said, quote, "Politics can be a nasty business, but Ray navigated it with class and professionalism." The Quorum reports that Sullivan died of lung cancer at the age of 63. Sunday morning on Inside Texas Politics, a lawmaker from Lubbock explaining how Texas might be able to acquire part of New Mexico. Inside Texas Politics, right here Sunday morning.
North Texas is getting global attention at the Dallas Cup ahead of this summer's FIFA World Cup. The Dallas Cup is an annual youth soccer tournament known for showcasing future stars and athletes from all around the world. Today, several Texas teams dominated their matches. We caught up with one coach from Austin who says these events are special.
It's extremely unique. It's one of the best events in the country. You go play overseas in different youth tournaments and everybody knows Dallas Cup. So it's special to just be here in the first place.
Alumni from the Dallas Cup have gone on to play in more than 550 World Cup games. Tomorrow is the final day.